All right, so you're an entrepreneur with an online business in the health or fitness space. Well, what's it gonna take to succeed? Well, in this video, I'm gonna share 10 traits of successful online entrepreneurs. Hey guys, how's it going? Yuri Elkaim here, founder of Healthpreneur, helping you turn your health or fitness expertise into a thriving online business so you can create more impact, income, and freedom. In this video, I want to share with you 10 traits that I've noticed over the past 11 years of having built a multiple seven-figure online business and being associated with pretty much the most successful people in the health and wellness space about what it takes to really succeed online. So buckle down, get out your notepad, and take some notes. Ready? First and foremost, I believe that entrepreneurs are kind of born. It's not really something you can teach. And I think it's something that you either have or you don't. Now you may agree or disagree with this. Again, I'm just sharing my opinion with you. But if I think back to when I was a kid, I was very stubborn, wanted to do my own thing, had a very tough time working or taking orders from other people. These are all signs of entrepreneurship. So if you kind of have that, that's a good thing. Even if you're not a full-blown entrepreneur right now, I think you know whether you're happy to work for other people or if you need to really run your own show. So anyways, with that said, the number one thing, or not that it's number one, but the first trait of successful online entrepreneurs is that they are relentless testers. Now, I'm very grateful to be associated and have friends who are multiple seven-figure, eight-figure, nine-figure business owners in the health and wellness space. And not that, monetary success is really the be-all and end-all, but when you look at that, there's a reason for that. And there's very few one-hit wonders, or not one-hit wonders, but overnight successes. A lot of the people who are doing really well, it didn't just happen overnight. They've been doing this for 5, 6, 7, 10 years. And it's been like a 10-year overnight success. So how do you take an offer, an ebook, a digital course, and turn it into a multiple seven-figure or eight-figure business? How do you take a supplement, something, a physical product, and make it a massive success? Well, you put it out there, see what happens. If it doesn't work, do you give up or do you keep moving on? Well, a lot of people who do really well online are willing to look at, okay, what didn't work? How do we make it better? How do we tweak? How do we retest? And then, okay, this is the winner, great. Well, we can sit on the beach or we can beat the control. How do we come up with a new idea, new concept, something new to test against this winning variation? And that's what they do, is they relentlessly test. And if you're not somebody who's going to be granular and nitty-gritty like that, find somebody on your team who will. Because you can hit singles all day long if you want, but all you need to live the life of your dreams, to set you up literally for the rest of your life, is one home run. One home run. I know people in our space who are doing 8 figures from one ebook. One ebook. So not that you have to do that, but never underestimate the power of continual testing. With that said, the second trait of successful online entrepreneurs is that they're willing to try new approaches. If something doesn't work at first, again, they don't give up. They try something else. It's very much like flying a plane. I love flying. I'm a private pilot. If you're landing and, for instance, you have this wind shear that can kind of throw the plane onto the runway, very, very dangerous situation. Well, guess what? You're going to do an overshoot. You're not going to land the plane. You're basically going to take off out of midair, if you will, and come back around. So it's very similar to flying and landing a plane, where if that one approach doesn't work, you're going to come back around and try a slightly different approach. And the same thing with your business and with your offers. If something doesn't work, well, guess what? Go back to the drawing board. Try something else. Okay? Third, they invest in themselves and in their business. This is really important. I can't tell you how many people you probably know this, right? If you're a trainer and you've had people come to you for a free consult and they didn't want to have training with you afterwards or personal training with you, well, guess what? They weren't willing to invest in themselves, right? So you know how frustrating that can be. When I started off as a trainer, I was working 16 hours a day, doing all sorts of free workouts and stuff, back in the day. And a lot of those people didn't see the value in having me train them. Now, maybe I wasn't as good as a salesperson at the time, but the reality is, if you're not willing to invest in yourself, well, you're not going to get the results that you want. And in my business, when I started online in 2006, I decided I was going to do things all by myself. And for 3 years, I struggled. At the end of the third year, I made a decision that I was going to hire a coach. That following year, I hired a coach, joined a mastermind, went to more live events. So I invested in those. I purchased tickets. I purchased enrollments in that stuff. And my business took off. And it's the same thing I advise for you as well as anybody else I've ever helped is you have to invest in yourself. Over the past couple of years, I've invested more than $350,000 in my own coaching, the masterminds I'm a part of, the events that I go to. It's very, very important, okay? If you don't see the value in that, you will struggle. And the thing is, as a coach, right, we're mostly coaches to other people. We're asking them to invest in us. And if we're not investing in other people in terms of, you want to be the client you want to attract. So if you're telling people to invest in you, you have to invest in somebody else. You have to invest in yourself to get the coaching and help you need. We all do, right? Number 4, the fourth trait of successful online entrepreneurs is that they believe in themselves and they believe they have value to offer to this world. They believe that what they're doing is going to make a difference. And if you don't have that belief, then it's going to be very easy to give up when crap hits the fan. But if you have that belief that what you're doing is there's a bigger purpose, there's a bigger cause, there's a bigger reason why, that is going to fuel you through those tough times. Because it's not all peaches and roses, right? There's going to be ups and downs throughout this entire journey. And that's why it's amazing to be an entrepreneur. There's those levels of uncertainty and all over the place, right? There's highs and lows. I'd much rather have those than working 9 to 5 for a secure job. Anyways, number 5, the fifth trait is customer first. You have to put your customer first. These successful entrepreneurs are always thinking about their customers as human beings, not numbers in their system. That's really important because not only is it just, ethically just a good way to approach life, but second is when you put your customers first, you only put stuff in front of them that they would value. Don't create stuff and put stuff out there that you think is going to be awesome. Ask your audience, ask your customers what they want, figure out what their pain points are, and deliver on that, okay? Number 6, the sixth trait is that these successful entrepreneurs are able and willing to take calculated risks to move their business forward. Let me give you an example. So a couple years ago when my first published book came out, The All Day Energy Diet, I decided I was going to invest $300,000 to make this book a massive success. And we eventually hit number 2 on the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, USA Today. It was awesome. Now, that was a calculated risk and a very, very uncomfortable one to, in terms of like, holy cow, we're going to make this happen. But again, that comes back to belief. That came back to testing, right? A funnel and a book launch strategy that I knew was going to work, and we made it work. Now, I'm not saying you have to do that, but there are micro levels. There are different levels of risk that you can take with what you're doing. But if you're not willing to bet on yourself or bet on the people you believe in who are around you, you're gonna kind of stay at the minor leagues, if you will. So being able to take calculated risks, look at people like Elon Musk, Richard Branson, right? Facing great adversity, they just knew what they were doing would make a massive difference, and they were able to make it happen. Okay, the 7th trait of being a successful online entrepreneur is that you should really have your own products. There's a lot of people making money through affiliate marketing where they basically put links or just promote other people's stuff, and that's fine. But we're here to create a legacy business to really impact people's lives. And you have a message, you have a unique method, a gift, a system, a way of helping people that you should really package in a product that you own and that people can buy from you. Because if you don't have your own products, then you're always reliant on finding other people. And the thing too with that is that it dilutes your brand. Unless you're the person who's going to say, listen, come to me and I'm going to refer you to all these cool resources. And that's fine. But if you want people to see you as the trusted expert, you should really in-house a lot of your own stuff. Because when you start promoting all over the place, it confuses them, it dilutes your brand, and quite frankly, it pisses off a lot of people on your list. So own your own products, create your products. They can be as simple as workouts, digital ebooks, courses. You don't have to go into supplements if you don't want to, but own your own stuff. And when you're creating your own products, think about how do I make my product 10 times better than what else is already out there. Raise the bar. Don't be a Me Too product. Make yours better. All right, number 8. Successful entrepreneurs, not even online, but just in general, niche down. The riches are in the niches. So one of the mistakes I made with my online health business is that I didn't niche. I just said, I'm going to be the guy who's going to help people, have more energy, lose weight, improve their health. Well, that's a very broad market, kind of competing with Dr. Oz, right? Pretty tough sell. So we made it work, right? But it's an uphill battle as opposed to being like the Hashimoto's expert or the adrenal expert or the CrossFit expert for women. Do you see where I'm going with this? Because when you understand a very small segment of the audience or the population and you know them intimately in terms of their values, their pains, their desires, and you can speak to that specifically, that's very powerful. Plus, your prospects and customers are always putting you in a specific category in their mental archives. So when they're thinking about you, what's the archive they're putting you in? Is it, oh, this person I go to for delicious gluten-free recipes. Oh, you should check out this person because they are the expert for women who are doing CrossFit. Okay, so who do you want to be, what's the category you want to occupy in your audience's mind? Okay, so go niche, go deep and narrow. Number 9 is never giving up, having this relentless persistence and just being like a dog on a bone. And this goes back to a bunch of the stuff we've already mentioned, is it's very easy to stop and give up. And quite frankly, the business failure rate of small businesses is 95% after 3 years. So that means only 5% of small businesses make it beyond 3 years. And that's just because it's tough. And most people don't know what they're doing because they're trying to reinvent the wheel or do their own thing. They're not investing in themselves or the business to get the coaching and strategies they need to succeed, and they struggle. And then they get to a point where they're like, well, I don't know if this is worth it. So never give up. You have a gift and message that people need to have it, right? There's stuff that I don't, which is awesome because there's only one me, there's only one you. And you have to share that gift in any way, shape, or form with the people who are most receptive to it. And the final trait of successful online entrepreneurs is that they're good humans. Need I say more? Don't be a douche, be a good human, do unto others as you would want done to yourself. And that's just a great way to live, right? I think it's just a great way to approach business. And never forget this. It's not about how much money you make. It's not about if your car matches your shoes and your belt matches your home, all that bling bling nonsense. Your reputation really matters. So when people are talking about you to their friends or they're leaving comments about you online, what are they saying? Are they trash talking you? And you're always gonna have haters, don't get me wrong. But for the most part, what's the reputation? What's the legacy that you are building or the legacy that you're leaving behind you? Never forget that, okay? Because at the end of the day, sure, money's awesome, right? The lifestyle's awesome, but it's the impact we're making on the world. It's the legacy that we're leaving. And if you resonate with that, then that's awesome. So if you enjoyed this video, then give it a share. Thumbs up, share with your friends down below. You can also subscribe to the channel so you stay up to date on all of our new Healthpreneur videos. And be sure to join us back at the website, healthpreneurgroup.com. We've got some great free tools for you over there. So be sure to grab one of those and check out our latest content on the blog to help you take your online business to the next level. For now, keep trekking, be awesome, never give up, and I'll see you in the next video.